Yeah, welcome to a new episode of the Rebel Radio Podcast. This is Mark.
This is Matt.
This is Long.
The gang is here. What up, yo? The Rebel Radio Podcast.com, of course, for all your Rebel Radio needs. And it is out of spooky season into November. I actually bought something Christmas today, believe it or not. I just wrapping paper. I was like, you know what? I was in the dollar store and I'm like, I'm going to buy a couple rolls because I want to just get a jump start on it. And so, you know, I was like, it felt a little weird. I usually don't buy anything Christmas till around the time I'm ready to start decorating. Then I might pick something up, you know, to go with the decorating or something like that. Because I always might add something to the decorations every year.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably definitely the most earliest I've bought a Christmas item, I think, maybe ever. So. But hey, man, the stores are all lined up with Christmas shit. They skip right over Turkey Day and just go straight to Christmas, you know. So you can't help but be suckered into it.
Yeah, they hardly have 4 feet of space for Thanksgiving decorations or fall decorations. You see them every once in a while, but
I mean, I've seen houses already with lights on them.
Yeah,
I'm like, what? It's like, come on, this is November 8th, people. You have plenty of time. 6 weeks away.
But, and saw the Lego announcement for the first ever official Star Trek set that they're doing. And $400.
Oh, geez.
For 3,600 pieces. Darn, it's the Enterprise D from the Next Generation. Comes with
buy
9
Playmates Enterprise
figures.
and it'll look just as good.
It looks really good
for
actually.
$40.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Playmates. So you can go find a retro Playmates Enterprise for $40-$50. It'd be probably way cooler.
Yeah, but without the Lego build experience. But anyways, it's $400, 9 figures, including Data's cat Spot. 3,600 pieces, 2 feet. It's going to be 2 feet long, 18 inches wide, 11 inches tall. So it's a pretty significantly big set. But I don't know. That's Lego's Black Friday set, you know. And I don't know. The only thing tempting about it is it's going to be the first ever Star Trek set made by Lego, but it's not my favorite Enterprise. It's not my favorite Star Trek show. So, but yeah.
I don't know. Me personally, I don't know. How much did you say it was? $600?
$400.
Oh, fuck that, man. Ain't no way.
No.
Surprise with video game system. Shit.
Like I said, it's not my favorite Enterprise, nor is it my favorite series of the franchise. So I'm like, you know. Yeah. Call me when it's like the original crew, and I don't know if they'll ever do a Deep Space Nine one, but that's going to be a very difficult set to do. So, with all the curves on the rings and stuff.
Yeah. Did you see this little tidbit? You see Arnold got to see the Running Man remake.
I didn't see that.
And he loved it, and he met with Glenn Powell and told him how much he loved it, and you know, of course, Glenn, it meant the world to him that Arnold endorsed it, and I thought that was pretty cool. And apparently, there's a funny in joke in the movie where Arnold's face is on the dollar bills in the movie, and so they presented Arnold with a giant replica of the dollar bill. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And I mean, I'm expecting it's Edgar Wright, man. I'm expecting the movie to probably be a lot of fun. I think I'll see it.
Solid movies.
Oh yeah, I think I'll wait for it. I'm not going to see it in theaters or anything, but I think it'll be worth the watch when it comes out at home. So we'll see. Apparently, I saw something. I know Stephen King, who wrote the original story, has seen it as well, but he hasn't. I don't think he said. I don't know. I didn't read what he said, but knowing him, he's kind of like. We joked about Alan Moore in a text message. He's like Alan Moore. He never really likes anything anyway. So, but isn't that wild, man? They released a trailer for V for Vendetta for the 20th anniversary for next year. They put out a re-release trailer almost a year before. I don't know if I've ever heard of that from a marketing standpoint.
Well, it was the 5th of November, right?
No, I get why they did it, but it's like a year before a re-release. Like if it was the original release next November, be prepared for this movie. But that's crazy, man.
For what?
For V for Vendetta. They released a re-release trailer for the movie's 20th anniversary to come out next year on November 5th. And they put out a trailer for it. I thought that was cool though. Also a re-release. You see this Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, December 5th.
Yeah, about time.
4 plus
4 hours. Yeah,
in the theater with a 15-minute intermission. From what I'm reading about this is not the same version of the film that Quentin is out on the Japanese Blu-rays, and it's not the same version that Quentin has shown in his private theaters screenings and stuff over the years. It's very close. It's so the difference in the Japanese Blu-rays, basically both movies are blended together, and the black and white scenes are in color, and there's one added scene, which is the same version I have on a bootleg. Okay. The version that Quentin was showing over the years was the scenes not in black and white with a few added scenes and a partially done anime sequence. Now, this film apparently has almost 15 more minutes with the completed anime sequence that he added to the film and seamlessly uncut. So it's actually another version from the bootlegged edit that's out there from the Japanese Blu-ray and from the edit that Tarantino was showing to people back in 2010-11. And Quentin is swearing that this movie will not have a digital or home release. So the only way to see it is in theaters.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But I don't buy that because I think money talks, and I think it will get released.
Mm-hmm. I am not spending 4 hours to watch
no, I would love to see the cut, even though it's not my favorite Tarantino film, but I'm not going to spend 4.5 hours in a theater either.
Yeah.
Even with a 15-minute intermission.
Yeah.
And especially for one anime sequence and a couple of mini scenes, I'm pretty happy with the bootleg version I have, which is like 3 hours and 50 minutes. I think the version I have, and it gives me the same experience. I don't think this film needs to have that much added to it to, be worth that kind of time in the theater. Because the film was originally planned as one long movie, but back in when this came out, the studio thought it was better to split it. So they ended up splitting the film, into 2 parts. So, but it's cool. I mean, it's long been a mythical director's cut of a film for years. There was even this film became so mythical that people didn't even believe that Tarantino actually showed it to friends of his and stuff. Even though there were public screenings of the Whole Bloody Affair, where from what I read, very, very strict security when they had these, like cell phones were taken up and things like that to keep anything from ever leaking out. So very few people in the world have actually seen the Whole Bloody Affair the way that Tarantino intends it to be seen. So it's cool. It's getting released, and I hope that it does get a digital release. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess, and be patient. So. And Matt's over there not saying a word, like, fuck you motherfuckers. I'm going to sit in the theater for 4 hours.
I'll sit in the theater for 4 hours.
Dude, it was enough with the Grindhouse double feature back in the day. It was like 3.5 hours, man. It's like nowadays 2.5 is enough. You start getting that 3 hour mark, 3 plus.
Yeah, it just takes up a lot of your day.
I mean, yeah, I mean, shit. It was a grind making it through Oppenheimer in the theaters. I mean, The Final Reckoning, Mission Impossible is almost 3 hours. I mean, it's as you get older, those are grinds in the movie theater. Shit,
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to remember what the longest movie I ever sat in the theater has been. Infinity War. Either Infinity War or Endgame.
Return of the King.
Oh yeah, Return of the King.
It's
Return of
like
the King
3:15.
was it in the
Yeah.
theaters?
Big,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's like 3 hours and 8 or 9 minutes. It's actually longer than Infinity War and Endgame.
Mm.
I saw the 20th anniversary release whenever it came out a few years back. It's fun.
Titanic. It's right at 3 hours and 5 minutes.
Titanic.
I've
I
never
did-
sat down and watched that movie from beginning to end. I only watched the nude scene and then the final 30 minutes, and that's
but
about it.
Return of the King is probably the longest I've ever seen in theaters. I don't know. I feel like the Grindhouse double feature was 3.5 or so. I don't know.
Avatar looks
Schindler's
cool.
List.
Fire and Sand or Fire and Ash.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit through 3 hours of that. Fuck that.
Seven Samurai.
Yeah, but we're talking about movies we saw in theaters.
Oh, in theaters.
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street. Did you say that in theaters?
No.
Yeah.
No, I saw that when it came out at home.
Dances with
Yeah.
Wolves.
Probably Return of the King that I remember seeing in theaters. Probably the longest movie I've ever seen.
Dirty Dances with Wolves.
Dirty Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
So they're making a Michael Jackson biopic with his nephew playing him.
See that?
Put out that trailer. Yeah, I mean, why not? He's arguably one of the most popular pop stars at all time. It's inevitable that they would make a film of him. I think my biggest issue with Jafar Jackson, his nephew playing him, is he doesn't really look like him. I saw the trailer and I'm like, he doesn't even look like his fucking uncle, man. It's like,
Oh, you got
I
the
guess
skin
they
tone correct. And
yeah, well, the skin tone. Well, they did it. Well, apparently he does sound like Michael Jackson when he sings and stuff. So I guess that's why they chose him.
Okay.
So, but I would bet that this is probably a pretty big hit when it hits. Michael Jackson still has his fans. I mean, he has his detractors too, of course, because of the controversies around him. But I imagine if the film gets good reviews and plays well, that people will go see this. Comes out in April. So, yeah, Michael Jackson, man, getting a biopic.
It's been, yeah, it's probably been a long time coming.
Oh, plenty long.
Yeah.
It I mean, it's inevitable. I think music biopics of anyone that's ever had any influence will eventually be made because they play well. I actually want to see the Bruce Springsteen movie. I'll wait till it comes out at home, but I'll watch it when it comes out. It's playing in theaters now. I mean, I think he's an interesting musician.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's Quincy Jones era of albums were really good. A lot of great songs in those, like
Right.
Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad.
Yeah.
The trilogy of Jackson albums.
Yeah.
Then he bought the entire Beatles catalog and didn't have to make music after that because it was making royalties off Beatles music.
That's right.
Yep, Paul McCartney, every time he plays a song in his concerts, has to pay Michael Jackson the state royalties.
Yeah. I mean,
that was a smart move.
I mean,
That's that fucked up.
Well, there's musicians out there too that have like clauses, like they don't allow biopics to be made of them while they're alive. Like the Bruce Springsteen thing is a rare case, but like Led Zeppelin, that's why there's never been a Led Zeppelin movie. Robert Page will not allow it. Same thing with Kiss. Gene Simmons will not allow it. Rolling Stone, same thing. Mick Jagger has said no. But I imagine one day all those popular groups will have biopics made. The Beatles as well. They'll all have biopics eventually when they all pass on and their families and their estates decide, let's make some motherfucking money.
Yep.
And we'll go make some movies. So,
exactly.
yeah,
That's what it's all about.
exactly. I for sure. So, but yeah, it's a little bit of news there, man. Some things, some new trailers and stuff going on. Doomsday trailer should be in front of Avatar. That's what they're saying. It's funny because this week, if the schedule had stayed true, we were supposed to be watching Secret Wars this weekend. Was originally supposed to have been out this weekend in 2025. So,
man, Secret Wars, the thing that never happened.
Is it Doomsday first, then Secret Wars?
Yeah.
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 So, anyways, what are you guys looking at?
I'm just
Nothing
looking
really.
at. Yeah, I'm just looking at notes.
Somebody's text.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So yeah, man. So what'd you guys watch this week? Anything
I'll
fun?
go first. I never go first.
This is fine. Long, you may go first.
I forgot.
I
Okay.
like it.
I went to go see Predator Badlands in the theaters on Thursday night. The theater was probably a third full, third or half, 30% to 45% full.
Okay.
So yeah, the movie was good. Without getting into any spoilers, uh, it felt like watching a Star Wars movie, but with a Predator as a lead, in a way.
Huh.
But when you guys watch it, you'll probably get what I mean. Maybe, but for some reason, I felt Star Wars vibes from this film.
Star Wars
Thought
vibes.
about squeezing it in today, but it just wasn't meant to be. So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
next weekend, or who knows.
Overall, a very fun movie. It was worth the price of admission. Um, Went with my roommate. He fell asleep during the movie, but to be to be fair, he was snoring too. I had to nudge him
Oh
awake.
God.
But to be fair to him, he woke up at 4 a.m. that day and had a heavy steak dinner right before, you know, the movie. So during the slow parts, he nodded off.
Well, that'll make you tired.
Yeah. So, but me personally, overall, loved the film, and yeah, it was good.
A lot of people are
Uh,
putting in their top 3
for the year, yeah.
Predator movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it can be.
Like right after Prey.
I think it beats Prey in a way. Um, it edges over Prey. Both movies have great character work. You love the main characters, good solid plots throughout. It's just that the bigger budget that Badlands got, the special effects didn't look like it was video game quality, cutscene CGI. It's like, wow, they really put a lot of effort in this special effects.
Well, Matt got mad at me when I said that Prey was better than the original Arnold Schwarzenegger film. I just want to point that out.
That's a hot take.
No, it's not, because I think Prey's better.
I'm gonna agree with Matt. One of the rare times that, that I agree with Matt. When did you say this awful? Were you
When Prey
drunk?
first came out,
Were you
and we talked about it
drunk?
on the podcast.
Yeah.
Were you smoking the MJ or anything?
No,
I think so.
I think it's a better film.
Did your doctor prescribed you medication that day too that probably influenced? No. Without Predator, there wouldn't be a Prey.
Oh, that's such a bullshit excuse.
It's true.
It's true though.
That's so lame.
That's
like saying without Star Wars, there's no Empire Strikes Back. You're not going to say Empire's not better than Star Wars. Come on.
Anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
I like.
You know what I think it is?
The thing that hurts Predator, the original movie, is the middle section of the shootout at the village. That felt like that.
The commando
quality of the rest of the movie of Predator, because it was just like a cookie cutter 80s action scene. That middle, before they met the Predator. But other than that, because it wasn't shot by the director himself, I guess the second unit director was shooting that village raid. But other than that,
yeah, IMDb rates it higher. It's 7.8 versus Predator 7.1. So
what?
the mass of
IMDb
critics
is on crack. No, okay. Well, anyway,
the mass of critics.
Those damn millennials and
say,
Gen Zers who
so
were
Matt's
born
favorite
after
website,
the
Rotten
film.
Tomatoes.
Well, Matt, check the Metacritic, damn you.
Check Metacritic.
Yeah. Has people forgotten Metacritic exists?
Oh, you want to see if someone rates Prey higher than Predator?
Give me the Metacritic score for both. Settle the score.
Is anyway long going on Predator or just
No,
Badlands?
Predator Badlands was a good movie. I liked it probably. I definitely liked it the most. As far as the Trachtenberg Predator films, Badlands is first, Prey is second, a very close second.
You
Maybe
haven't watched the animated film, have you yet?
I did.
Okay.
I watched the Killer of Killers. I like 2 out of 3 stories on that, but it was okay. It was good. Not boring at all. I've never seen the 28 Shane Black Predator
That
movie.
one wasn't very good.
Yeah. So
I was very disappointed in that movie.
yeah. Mark, what did you see while Matt's looking up the numbers?
Well, I watched Weapons, this little horror thriller that was getting a bunch of buzz.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is it a zombie movie?
no, it's this classroom full of kids disappears at 2:17 a.m. all except for one kid. So it's a mystery about what happened to these kids, and it unfolds actually quite nicely. It's a really good mystery. And then the movie completely does not stick the landing in the last 20 minutes. It was such a waste of time. And I wasn't expecting some great twist. I'm not looking for like some Shyamalan-like twist or nothing. I was just hoping that the payoff was worth the mystery that they unfolded before your eyes in very good fashion. And then you get to the end, you're like, that's it? It was extremely disappointing. Talk about a movie that was overhyped when this came out and made money at the box office. They overhyped the shit out of this. It was okay. The ending took it from being a solid A film to about a B- for me. It was just extremely disappointing. Lots of atmosphere, well directed. Like I said, the mystery unfolds quite nicely. And then you get to the end and it just does not stick the landing at all. It's on HBO Max. I was just looking for something new to watch, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it, and it's okay. Other than that, I decided to watch X-Men First Class this week because I felt like watching an X-Men film. And I still think that's a really good X-Men film. I like a lot about it. It's kind of cool that Lex Luthor, Mr. Terrific, and Catwoman are all in the film. And they're now years later, they're in the DCU. And then I don't know if I wanted to talk about this or not because I didn't finish it, but I started. It just came out last night. And I watched about half of Del Toro's Frankenstein. And I can't wait to finish it. It's freaking awesome. Like, really well done. It's beautifully shot, as you expect from Del Toro film. Amazing sets because he didn't do any CGI or AI in it. He wanted to look real. And it shows on screen. I can tell you right now, I hope, I know genre films don't get taken seriously for Oscars, but this movie deserves costume work. It deserves cinematography. I mean, it's Del Toro, as he always does so well. And I will definitely finish it and have a full report on the movie by next week. And it's Oscar Isaac, unlike you've seen him before, not Poe Dameron.
Okay.
And so very good so far. I just I started this morning, and the kids are waking it up, and it's not something you really want to watch with the kids because it's very dark. So I'll finish it and then get back to you all the rest of it next week. So that's kind of a couple things I watched this week.
Yeah, Metacritic is higher than Mark Long. Metacritic says that Predator is the worst of the films.
Or the Predator's the worst?
No, that Predator is the lowest rated one on Metacritic. It's at 47%, and every single one, including the Predator, is higher. So
now that's fucked up.
Are you talking about Schwarzenegger?
Did you see the Predator, man?
47?
Yes, Schwarzenegger is 47.
What?
The Predator is 48. Predators is
Oh.
51, and Prey is like 78.
What's
They
the
have
audience
Prey
score,
like.
What's
Huh?
the audience?
Matt, did you
score?
see the Shane Black Predator?
The Universal score is 8.5.
Yeah, there we go.
So it's like,
See, at the time, it's pulling reviews from the time of the movie's release.
oh, okay.
So we have to consider that too.
And then
Right.
Prey is 8.
Yeah, because it's taking scores from the movie reviewers back in the time of the release. So,
Okay.
yeah, but the universal score is actually more important in this case, for Predator, for an older film like Predator.
Yeah. So 8.5 versus 8. So
Okay.
I mean, both good, right? It's
Yeah.
like if you don't like all that manliness, I ain't got time to bleed.
I still wish I know, Matt, you're going to tell us what you watched, but I still wish, though, they would make a, the original Alien vs. Predator script was based very much off the Dark Horse comics.
Yeah.
And, but 20th Century Fox balked at the price it would have cost to make that version. You were talking the $200 million budget, which was unheard of in the mid 2000s. Now $200 million would probably not be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But man, I always hope they would, because the original Alien vs. Predator comic is freaking awesome. It would always been really cool if they had made the movie like that script was based on. But anyway,
Matt, what did you see?
Yeah. So I kept, your algorithm works in funny ways. So I ended up watching my first Christmas movie, and that's because I kept getting a bunch of Kiss stuff across my TikTok. And so I saw Gene and Paul come out in full costume, and they're playing in the middle of the street, and James Franco's in it with Bryan Cranston. And it's a Christmas movie called Why Him?
Okay, I was trying to figure out like how your TikTok algorithm has to do with Christmas movies. I was like,
yeah,
what?
It was because of the Kiss stuff, I'm sure, but it's about and I don't think I remember this movie ever being marketed. James Franco's kind of been out of the spotlight for a while, but Bryan Cranston, his daughter, who his daughter played the girl in Zombieland Double Tap. She's played in a couple other roles, but she falls in love with James Franco, and he's this like tech mogul. He makes games and stuff. And her dad is a big Kiss fan. She's a Kiss fan. And they spend time with him over the holidays, and he tries to win her dad over. And, everything comes to a boil, and things, fall apart a little bit. And so his proposal is to have like Kiss come out and play I Was Made for Loving You while he proposes to his daughter in the street. But he calls it off because Cranston says to keep it simple. And so Paul and Gene just go inside and they play Christmas songs for the for the family. And
this doesn't even sound good.
Yeah. There's some funny parts. It's got Key in it, from Key and Peele. And he plays a bodyguard. It's all right. It's good for a chuckle or two. It was weird seeing Franco again, and he's very Franco in it. Like mid
so stoned
Franco. Yeah, stoned out of his mind. And a lot of like dick and ball and ass jokes and stuff like that. But yeah, I watched that, and then I wanted to watch something 2025. So it was a debate between the Smashing Machine and Jurassic World, which Jurassic World was on Peacock. So I picked that one. I'm just going to see if something picks up Smashing Machine. And
no,
I
it's
can watch
A24, so it'll probably be on Max. That's what I'm waiting for to watch it, because I do want to see it.
Yeah. I didn't want to buy it because it's like at the price that it's at right now, it's like $4 difference to buy it, and I didn't want to commit to buying it.
So I'll wait. It'll be streaming.
I'm gonna go wait. Yeah.
Yeah, they announced streaming for Jurassic World today, actually.
Yeah. I watched it. I watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
And definitely liked it. I thought it was very solid. There's some cool callbacks to the other Jurassic Park films in it. I think Orlando Bloom plays a good shitty dude, and Scarlett Johansson does her thing.
Orlando Bloom was cool.
Wasn't Orlando Bloom? Wasn't that Orlando Bloom? I thought that was Orlando Bloom.
No.
Yeah, come on.
No,
I'm gonna look this up.
Some other douchebag. Well, not that Orlando Bloom's a douchebag, but no.
Rebirth. Oh, it's Rupert Friend.
Yeah, it's not Orlando Bloom.
He kind of looked like Orlando Bloom to me for a second.
No, bro. As the
Man.
kids say, no, bro.
You're right.
6'7", bro.
6'7". Damn it, Long.
God dang it, Log. You had to get that on the podcast.
6'7".
6'7".
I will not be telling Wyatt that. Oh, my God.
My mom did that. My kids stayed over there.
Dude, our freaking baseball
Friday
team was
night.
named after it because the coach let him pick their name.
Oh no,
Yeah, I remember that.
dear
So
Lord.
annoying.
But yeah, and had my 20-year high school reunion, and I did not fall asleep. In fact, I outlasted Jackie.
I'm never going to a high school reunion ever.
It was cool. I saw some.
And I think
people.
my school, though, since I graduated, I've only once maybe even had it.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, eh.
You ever brought Michael back to the back room area and just like put your hand over his shoulder and say, "Son, all this will be yours one day.
No.
Everything before your eyes will be yours one day to command.
Everything
You will be the lord of the back room."
kingdom.
God, no. I don't wish that upon him.
Oh, you'll get to cut orders. You're
Anyways.
like a pseudo manager.
Fuck no. 20-year high school reunion. Does that make you feel old, Matt? So you and Jackie graduated the same year?
No, Jackie graduated 06. So the year after I did.
There's nobody from my high school I want to go back and see. The two people I want to talk to are right here on this podcast with me. I don't want to go talk to any of those people.
Yeah. And it's like, I hadn't planned on staying the whole night. And whenever I told her that I was like, yeah, we'll probably leave about 10. That way I get back home, we record. No, we're staying out. I'm like, all right. And so it was like a little after midnight. And I had like maybe 3 or 4 Jack and Cokes. 2.
Jackie, I gotta go record our podcast for our 3 audience members.
Hey, 3 audience members in Japan.
3 audience members, who are the future me, you, and me listening to the podcast in retrospect.
That's not true. I can't tell you the last time I listened to our own show.
And then, yeah, I had like 2 scotches straight up, and then to sober up, I had 2 Miller Lights. So
wait, to sober up?
Yeah, it's like Ozarka.
That's not how that works, man. I'm sure anybody told you that.
It's science. 60% of the time it works. Every time.
Actually,
Anchorman?
Actually, it takes 2 hours for the body to process 8 to 16 ounces of alcohol from your system. It would be quicker and more efficient, yes, with water.
Yeah.
Now, along with the real science, bitch.
Yeah. I spaced everything out. It was fine.
I was forced to sit through the Republic training.
Oh, so you probably.
Videos. So, yeah.
You're
because
like
of the
a
wine
man
stuff when I worked in the wine industry.
You probably know the weight ratio and all of that time it takes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun though, man. I can't wait for Stranger Things to come out. I saw the teaser for that. Apparently Will has been stuck in the underground the whole time.
That doesn't make sense.
That
he's going to retcon it now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're trying to make it to where Vecna is the one that took him in the first place.
Okay. So Vecna or whoever took over has had these homosexual leanings too, huh?
Probably.
Okay.
I think weird. So, man. That's it
not
makes
the
sense.
Homosexual part, but the Vecna deciding to take that slant, I guess. I don't know.
The slant.
But yeah, okay. Did y'all hear about that whole Millie Bobby Brown filing a complaint against David Harbour to Netflix about him being
like abusive or something
like that? But
yeah,
but apparently it was just like, no, she's just a spoiled brat, and so it's just her being not, I guess, worshipped him enough, I guess.
Yeah, maybe she was, being that certain way, and then he called it out, and then she's like, "Oh my God, someone said something mean to me. How dare they?"
Henry
That's
Cavill
abusive.
Henry Cavill had to put her in her place too.
Oh yeah,
They were filming uh the daughter, lost daughter of
Sherlock
Sherlock
Holmes
Holmes,
movie.
whatever
yeah.
the hell
I
they
tried to
call
Enola
it.
watch that.
Holmes, right?
I tried
Oh
to
yeah,
watch that.
Enola
It was not
Holmes.
good.
Yeah, yeah. But well, let's just. But yeah, I mean, Millie Bobby Brown, not related to Bobby Brown, the singer. Um, Hopefully she doesn't end up like Amanda Bynes and from Nickelodeon.
I hope so too, man.
Man, Amanda
She's
Bynes,
unrecognizable.
yeah. I
Oh,
remember like when I was a stepfather, had to watch some of those Amanda Bynes show stuff
Yep,
reruns with my stepdaughter. I'm like,
she's the man.
ah,
there's
when's the next SpongeBob rerun?
excuse me. Man, there was something I was thinking about, man. I meant to bring up when I mentioned I watched X-Men First Class. Do you remember we used to be at work years ago? Remember the old internet game 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon,
Yeah, man.
where like every movie from when Kevin Bacon made a debut on it, actors would tie with him because he would
Yes.
tie in with him because there were so many. He was in so many movies. So the idea was you had to tie like an actor into Kevin Bacon in 6 movies or less. And I started thinking about that game and watching X-Men. I know this is random, and then for some reason the name Chevy Chase showed up. I'm like, man, I wonder if Chevy Chase ties it because I'm always trying to stump myself in this game, but I figured out Chevy Chase.
Dang.
Yeah, he was with Chevy Chase. Worked with Juliette Lewis on Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Who worked with Woody Harrelson in Natural Born Killers. Who worked with Jennifer Lawrence in Hunger Games. Who was in X-Men with Kevin Bacon. I was like, damn it.
Yep.
That game works. I know it's a silly internet game, but I don't know. I know it's completely random on the podcast right
You
there.
used to have me try and think of.
We used to do it when we were working. Remember, we'd be over in the dairy
Yeah.
department. We were like we'd play that game with each other.
And you'd always be sleepers, man. It all comes back to sleepers.
Yeah, that was like one of the movies for a long time. Sleepers with Brad Pitt and Jason Patrick and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
That
that
was
the one
fun,
where they
man.
were like abused or whatever? And they decided to get together years later as adults and go after their abusers or something. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never
I
seen
forgot
it.
what it's called. What was it? Who else was in it? Joe Cusack.
Yeah, I think so.
John
Yeah,
Cusack.
I remember seeing it. It was called Sleepers, and I just remember seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, but 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, it's still a thing.
Sleepers.
We
Yeah.
should do it on the podcast like once a month. Do a 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. See if anybody gets stumped.
De Niro. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was De Niro. But yeah, man. So all right, well, let's get into today's featured film then, as we are sticking with the Predator theme, as we talked some Predator Badlands and stuff already in this, and we decided it was time to cover a film that I feel like this film gets forgotten about in the Predator franchise, which is strange because it's pretty solid. And it was going to be directed by Robert Rodriguez, but instead he decided to produce it. And we've already covered the original Predator and Predator 2, so we were like, let's cover this one, and that is Predators, which takes the idea of the Predator concept and adds some world building to it and changes some things. We're essentially, to summarize this film, it opens up with a bunch of characters being dropped into a forest, and they're from different walks of life, whether they're a mercenary or a prisoner or a doctor, and it turns out they're being hunted by a group of alien beings, being the Predators, for sport. And it's revealed as the movie goes on that they're actually on an alien planet, and they have to fight back against them. And it turns out that the doctor's not who he said he was, which is probably the stupidest part of the movie in some ways, and I'll explain why later. And we have Adrian Brody who's known for being a dramatic Oscar-winning actor, playing a much almost like a light version of Dutch in some ways,
Yeah. Diet
and fighting back against the predators. And that's basically how you summarize this film. So that's why they call it Predators, because they're much better. And you have a weird cameo from Lawrence Fishburne in the middle of the movie where he plays like a crazy guy who actually has survived on the planet throughout the hunts all these years. And some of those things I mentioned were some of the problems alive with this film, but we'll get into all that. That's not to say this is a bad film, but it's kind of a generic film in some ways. And I feel like if this had been directed by Robert Rodriguez, it would have had a little more style to it. Otherwise,
a bit more punchiness.
Yeah, a little bit more punchiness. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Noah Atwell, I think that's how you say his name, kind of directs it pretty standardly. It just feels like it's going through the motions throughout most of the film. None of the action scenes are really going to make you remember them. It's fair to say, but that's not to say it's not without. It's still got its cool to it because it's a freaking Predator movie.
Yeah.
I think I did not see this in theaters. I remember I saw this when it came out later on, and remember enjoying it for the most part. There's some cool. Rewatch it now, I'd still enjoy it, but I can see a lot of problems with this. When was the first time you guys saw this?
Oh, I saw
Matt,
it on
you said you weren't sure you had. I remember Matt said he wasn't sure if he had ever seen this before.
I don't
What
think
did
I
you say,
ever saw
Long?
it. Yeah.
You saw it at home, Long?
I like it. No, that's a running joke now. No, I thought I really enjoyed it. I never heard anything bad about it when I got into the film. Yeah, it was kind of by the numbers action film. Danny Trejo was pretty good, even though he was killed with the first to be killed. Lawrence Fishburne, I remembered his performance the most from this film. Like he was hearing voices at the same time.
Yeah.
From all the prolonged stress and trauma of living on that planet and surviving. And yeah, I remember not walking out of it, but having a pretty good impression of the film. I know I've rewatched it a couple of times on my own since then, and I do own the Blu-ray, so it was definitely one of those movies that I bought on a whim as well, hoping that would be good, and thankfully it was good. So, what do you think of it, Matt?
Yeah, I think this may have actually been my first watch of this film.
You've never seen it? Yeah.
No, I don't know what I was doing in 2010. I know I was working a lot at that time, and then Jake, my first son was born. I got married that year, so maybe I just had a lot going on and I missed it. I guess I could chalk it up to that.
Mm-hmm.
So as a first time watch, I like Adrian Brody. They wanted to go different since obviously Arnold couldn't be attached to this film at this point. So they wanted to go with, a seemingly opposite. I like the crew that they put together. Marshala Ali, Trejo, the gentleman that plays the Yakuza, Louis Ozawa, who plays Hanzo. They got Oleg Takarov, who has been an MMA fighter, and he's plays basically this version of Mac. He's got the chain gun, so he's the Mac in this film. And Topher Grace is the oddball, definitely, and I completely can see what your problem is with Topher. I like that they, I guess, get a debrief on Arnold's experience with the Terminator, and they use it at the end.
Terminator.
Sorry, of the Arnold's debrief of the Predator to cloud the vision system, and but instead of covering themselves in mud, which I think wouldn't have been, I think it would have been too cliche, I guess, to do it in that universe, and so instead they light fires to throw off the vision system.
It was just a pretty good pretty good way of getting around it.
Yeah,
Good twist.
and I like it. It's his own way. And then he repeats the "Come on, I'm here. Kill me now. Come on, kill me." And I'm like, great. I was like, cool. Little callbacks. I will say I prefer the '87 vision system versus the futuristic one. Like I get that it's actually better for you to see the terrain and exactly what they're looking at. And it makes more sense. But I just like the nostalgia of the old vision
Well, I
system.
look at that. Like, remember in Predator 2, we realized that he could see different signatures
Yeah.
besides just heat. And I think they were just trying to expand on that, which I'm okay with
Okay.
that. The world building. You went from what we had in Predator 1 to multiple signatures in Predator 2, because remember, you could see the hot and the cold in Predator 2 when they're in the cold warehouse. And now this one, they add terrain. So I think that's what they were trying to accomplish with that, to build on what we've built on already.
Yeah, that makes sense. Other than that, the score is good. It's a similar score. I like the team up of the Predator with Adrian Brody's character, the one that's held hostage.
That was a nice twist. The Topher Grace one isn't. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I like it. I like that they're just they play games. They use Danny Trejo and they put some electrical device on his voice cord to make it seem like he's calling out for help. And whenever the sniper, Isabel, takes a shot at him, he's still talking. And so that's whenever you realize that they're fucking with him.
And Danny Trejo ended up in this film because his agent heard that his friend Robert Rodriguez was making a Predator movie with a character look like Danny Trejo, and he called his cousin Robert and said, "Well, I kind of look like that guy." And then he said, "Okay, you can be in the movie." Then Danny was like, "Well, then you're going to kill me off in the first half hour."
That was funny. He's the first one.
That's the kind of relationship those guys have.
How different would have this looked if they had actually said, "You know what? Yeah, we're going to give you the money to make this film in 1994," when this script was first drafted, because he drafted it while he was working on Desperado, but because the budget was going to seem like it was going to go too high, even with Arnold attached, and then when Arnold decided to leave and work on other things, they shelved it.
Was it? This might have been around the time Arnold was going to start becoming governor, wasn't it?
No, it was 95. Well, okay. and when the movie came out, yeah, he was he had already been governor.
Well, yeah, at that point, yeah.
Yeah, but no, at this time, no, because he was governor in I think it was between 2000 and 2003,
late 90s, early 2000s.
Because I remember when Predator 3 came out, Terminator 3 came out, everyone was calling him the Governator. Right. And he was 50 years old, and he was jacked as hell in the movie for 50 years old. But yeah, so I wonder who would have been the other cast members. Maybe Wesley Snipes would have been in there. Maybe Jamie Foxx.
Well, it's crazy that this movie though does have Oscar winners in it. That Adrian Brody and Marcelo Ali, who had not won Oscar yet at this point, they became one. I guess what's a little weird about Adrian Brody is he feels a little out of place in this movie because at the time he's known for more drama films.
Yeah.
So you're not used to him playing a very muscle cut, tough guy. But he's fine. His nose sticks out the whole film, makes you want to flick it. But sorry,
25 pounds of muscle, man. He put on 25 pounds of muscle. So kudos.
I like the idea that this takes what we see at the end of Predator 2 in the spaceship, where we see multiple predators, and it expands on that. I think that's really that's kind of how this started. You take that idea, expand on it. We get to see some different predators. I really like the really evil looking predator with the black mask and the red looking glowing eyes in his mask. Like that was cool. So there's some neat stuff. Again, it's kind of the movie. Some of the problems that lie with this movie is a lot of characters are just in there very quickly and killed off, and then, man, I just want to get out of my system. Topher Grace's character, I don't know who his fucking name is, and I don't even care, right? So
Yeah.
he's supposed to be a doctor. Okay. Then it turns out at the very end of the movie that he's actually a murderer. Okay. That's been secretly murdering families by sneaking in their houses and stuff. And so he tries to poison the girl. And here's my problem. There's no point to any of that. There's absolutely no point to him poisoning Isabella because she still survives. Adrian Brody still comes and saves the day. They could have had a much better ending battle with all that wasted time with Topher Grace. We could have just had Topher Grace trying to poison Isabella and the Predator gets him. That would have been cooler. Like it adds nothing to the end of the film at all because the plot plays out the exact same way.
Yeah.
So it's such a wasted twist. It means nothing for the film. And I remember when I originally watched this, that bugged me. And watching it again this week, I'm like, God, it's stupid. It does nothing for the film. It's like let's have a twist here, just to have a twist. That's it at all.
Well, the same could be
it really
said
is
about real life serial killers. There's no point to it. So,
well, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, obviously, there's no point to a serial killer, but I mean,
yeah.
but I don't think this movie was going for that kind of deep meaning long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just trying to throw a twist in there to get the audience. You're like, okay, that's stupid.
He's supposed to be like a monster like them,
Right.
you know?
He was the
Yeah, what
quiet
do you do? You
one.
put the monsters amongst the monsters.
I hate that cliche now.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says some cheesy line like that in the movie too. Like,
Yeah.
and
Like
it
it's
really
all-
has fucking Topher Grace from that '70s show. You just,
You know what?
It is. Yeah.
He heard about all the shenanigans, the sexual shenanigans going on behind the scenes, and that's one of the reasons why he left the '70s show. So good on him for keeping his good reputation intact compared to like the rest of the cast members who were doing some very unsavory things behind the scenes.
Well, that was that one guy with the fuzzy hair, you know,
oh,
you know
dude,
what I
that
mean?
dude's a creep.
Yeah.
And then without like listening to the evidence, you had who's the guy who played Kelso? Ashton Kutcher
Yeah.
and Mila Kunis like went to his defense
Mhm.
before the evidence was even
Mhm.
shown, and then they saw the evidence and they very quietly backed off. But they had already voiced support for him, and so it's like, and I get you. You only saw one version of the guy, and you're trying to,
But
yeah.
anyway,
That's another story.
but Predators was cool, man. Like some of it was filmed somewhat in our backyard in Austin, Texas, in the Dripping Springs area up in the Hill Country.
Yep.
Which I think was kind of cool. Actually, quite a bit of this film is shot in Austin and at Robert Rodriguez's studios. A little bit of location shooting, I believe, in California, if I remember right. But a lot of this was shot here in Texas, which I think is kind of cool. I always think like what a Robert Rodriguez directed Predator film would have been like. It definitely, I think, has his touch to the film. I think without Robert Rodriguez being a producer of this, you don't have a Danny Trejo in the film, of course. You don't have a Yakuza. I mean, that's definitely probably a Robert Rodriguez thing there, And I really like that scene. That's really cool where he takes on the Predator with a sword. Yeah, that's pretty badass.
And he's missing 2 fingers from one hand. And that would happen to certain Yakuza gang members, depending on what their failure was. And it severely hinders them from being able to use a sword. But I think it shows like how good of obviously he was able to go toe to toe with a Predator and take him out while giving his life. But, to be able to hang with him while missing, 2 fingers is pretty cool.
For some reason, I recall, I thought that scene ended differently when I originally watched it. For some reason, I thought we saw a double slice, like when the Predator's head fell off. I would have sworn when I originally watched it, I thought like the Yakuza dude's head fell off too. But I guess I remember wrong. What do they call that? The Mandela effect, where you think you remember seeing something, but you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
But I would have sworn I watched it the other day. I'm like, didn't the Yakuza dude's head fall off too? But I guess, yeah. But that's a really cool scene. Yeah, it's cool. It didn't do as well at the box office as some of the first two Predator films did, if I remember correctly. And it kind of, at the time in 2011, I wouldn't say it killed the franchise, but we didn't get another single Predator film by himself without the aliens in it until Shane Black's Predator film, which really killed the franchise until Dan Trachtenberg came along and made Prey.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I mean, sometimes, the COVID era sucked for movies and for the world itself, but, something good things came out. It gave Dan Trachtenberg time to sit down and write a script and to make a very quiet film for Hulu called Prey, which has now revitalized the Predator franchise. So, there's some good things that happened during COVID like that,
Yeah.
And now he's apparently already has plans for a Badlands sequel.
Yeah. The Badlands definitely has a very strong alien connection too.
I've heard that. I've heard it's not just like a cameo
Wink,
or
wink.
slash nod, it's an in your face connection.
Yeah, it is a very strong connection to the alien universe. So
That's cool.
but actually, it's in the trailer too. So
I may have just not seen the
Yeah.
trailer. I didn't realize that's Eli Fanning in the movie, Dakota's sister,
Elle Fanning. Yeah.
or Elle Fanning.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's all grown
It
up now.
would have been cooler if her sister was in it too. But anyhow,
But
there's
Predators-
definitely a renaissance going on between the Alien and Predator franchises right now. So Alien Earth
clearly.
is, playing the hits with Alien Earth and
Mhm.
Romulus, and now the trio of Predator movies that are really good.
Yeah, and apparently
their own
there's
right.
a Romulus sequel in the works, but I'm not sure how I feel about that because I feel like Romulus was a good standalone film. I don't mind another Alien film, but I feel like maybe something else in that world,
Well, I'm hoping that it won't depend on any callbacks to the first four Alien movies, like it's charting its own course finally.
Right.
So
I can agree with that.
beautifully shot movie though. Still.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed Romulus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so cool, man. Predators. I don't know. What do you guys give it? I think it's a pretty solid B.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a solid B.
Definitely a B.
But all right. Well, before we get out of here, next week we are going to cover a movie that actually is a request for someone listening to the show. So if he's listening, he'll know. I'm going to make sure I text him and tell him, man, we're doing the movie he wants to do, which is a movie directed by Zack Snyder. And we did just during Halloween, but this is a completely different kind of film. It was kind of a passion project for Zack Snyder, if I remember correctly. And unfortunately, it didn't connect with audiences as much as he wanted to because it's kind of bizarre and a little weird, but a lot of great action sequences in this movie. And that is Sucker Punch. It's like a revenge fantasy type film, if I remember correctly. I've only seen this like once or twice, maybe. I think I watched it once, then watched it a second time to try to take it all in again. And I'll watch it again this week and check this out. There is an extended cut of this out there, like on Blu-ray and stuff like that. I don't know what the differences are, but not looking to see what that is.
It's
Zack
negligible.
Snyder loves his director's cuts of films. That's the thing he likes to do. So we'll discuss Sucker Punch next week as it's playing on HBO Max right now. So we're taking advantage of it while it's out there streaming to see. So until then, rebelradiopodcast.com as always. And we do thank you for listening. We appreciate it. This has been Mark.
This has been Matt.
This is long.
Until next time, remember, as always, just go there and do it.